from behind in this series at the moment. We have seen IAmAvely play from behind and bring in the victory. So this game, I'm looking forward to it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, as the red player, we have again French. He is none other than IAmAvely. And his opponent, this guy, if you know StarCraft, you know StarCraft 2, this guy needs no introduction. He is now in Age of Empires 4. Will he be the champion again in Age of Empires 4? We'll find out soon, sooner or later rather. He is none other than Leenock.
Well. What do we have here? So Leenock, can we have a little look at Leenock's base? Because he is the Absid player and he's going to be harassed by the French. He's got himself two nice little backwards golds. His food is not too far away from his TC.
Oh,
even
his
though
stone
it is
is
at
also
the front.
One nice tower here.
So I don't know if he'll throw a tower because again that might delay his units. He might throw down a barrack so he can get. I think that's probably a better use of the 150 wood at the start, just for that barracks to pump out those spearmen. But for the most part, he's got a fairly decent spawn because the berries aren't too far away, and the gold is a little bit further away from your opponent. It's off to the side, which is not great, but it is in a position that should be relatively less dangerous than what it could be at the front. So I am always cautious of the way our Absid player spawns against French, and I think it's going to be in a position that IAmAvely can work with. I like charities. Charities are always useful and help protect the world against devastation, and they unite all people in our nations.
So you're Jesse and I'm James. Where's Melv?
I'll get a Meowth plush.
Dominaticus Esports. That's right. Okay, noted.
But the good news is none of these players are currently in a terrible position in this match. We haven't seen any unusual scouts die and lose sheep. We haven't seen any unnecessary losses, or no one being harassed yet. There's no scouts on like the gold line against anyone, so Donato's pretty happy that he doesn't have some scouts poking at his front wall.
Did you just say Donato?
I think I did, didn't I?
Nah, it's okay.
Oh, sorry.
You know what's
your
interesting?
overlay. I was looking at the overlay name.
Oh, I didn't change the overlay. My fault.
You broke me.
It's my fault. But 5 workers working on the French School of Cavalry.
Well, he's got 3, that's 4 back to 4 gold, so that's kind of your stable gold that you need to be able to pump out those cavalry. It's not a huge amount if you want to go for that professional scouts either, so we won't be seeing an early professional scouts coming from from that French player. It looks like he will be going more of that militaristic route to make sure he can pump out enough units to put some pressure onto Leenock and not allow that second TC, if that route is the route we do go upon, to come online too easily. So far, we have only 1 villager on gold, which means a lot more villagers should be assigned to that wood, which we do see there. And the military and barracks opening again from Leenock. And we saw him do this last time, and it worked well. Especially if IAmAvely overcommits with archers before he has the knights with an S to really protect those archers.
With a very big ass, not just an ass. I think you need at least 3 asses on that. Wow, that's a very early chivalry. So he immediately went for chivalry. He's expecting to not kill. He's expecting to do damage.
Yeah, I mean, that knight did such a wide berth. It went around the entire side of the map before it got in underneath his opponent. And, well, he didn't find a kill, but look how much idle time. That is about 20 seconds of idle
Hmm.
time for these villagers. So that is enough to at least slow down some of the unit producing capability of his opponents and give him a little bit of a chance to amass a force that will be stronger when he hits out either the front or the sidelines.
Well, these two chasing after this isn't such a good thing. But luckily for him, luckily for Leenock, the second knight is really far away. Ooh.
Yeah. But luckily also for him, he's got so much units on this berries, so many spearmen on these berries that this isn't really going to do anything. He's very unlucky there not to have gotten a hit onto IAmAvely's knight. That could have locked him into place. And those 3 spearmen could have found themselves a kill. But it's not going to be the case. And I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. I love when Abbasid players only pull villagers off onto stone when they're prepared to pull off like 5 to 10 units, because it means you have a lot less area to cover if you're trying to protect the bulk of your villager force. And it also allows you to really pinpoint the stone amount you require before you can get them back to safety. Instead of trying to get 2 or 3 villagers in there, which are very useful to be harassed, or that knight might have given enough time to survive. Can the second knight do it too? Oh no, I think he's gonna get stabbed.
But should
So,
get 2. 1 isn't really enough. It's like 1 point what? 1.1 or 1.4. So he needs to get another kill.
I think it's good because even if you got that one, you lost yourself 2 horsemen. What you've now been able to do is slow down that impending doom that the French player's trying to amass with those knights. And that means you've now opened yourself up a little bit, your base a little bit freer, and you're going to be able to be a little bit more safe and secure to build that second TC up. But where are all the spearmen? They were here a second ago. Oh, this could
Oh,
be
no
a little bit
charge though.
disastrous.
So yeah, missed micro from IAmAvely, unfortunately. But at least he knows that the second TC is at the bottom, so he can have potential harass at the bottom as well.
Is that scouting range?
Yeah,
Or being
definitely.
shot by it?
Definitely. It's like half the screen. Very good, very easy measurement. See, half the screen.
No, I meant being shot by the TC.
Oh. Then maybe not. Yeah, maybe not, but maybe yes as well. Well, 2 knights.
Ooh.
We'll definitely be able to kill 1. Okay, does take down 1. Almost getting a second one.
That villager juking the knights.
Yeah, man. And
That
there's also
village
a
being,
chase going on. I'm not sure why he's not using the middle knight. Don't forget, horsemen are actually faster than knights. So what's important is he used the middle knight to fight, which he's not doing. I don't know why. He's going to lose this knight if he's not going to help.
Oh. That was a good timing of those other knights to come on in, making sure that IAmAvely keeps them alive a little bit longer. It's a little bit strange that we're seeing these horsemen do as much damage as they are to the cavalry, and that they are constantly chasing down these knights, keeping them off the backgrounds. But now the second TC is up, the economy is about to erupt for Leenock. What is IAmAvely's strategy? What's his goal here?
I don't know. IAmAvely is still 2 workers ahead. So Leenock cannot lose workers. So that's what Leenock cannot afford to do. What IAmAvely needs to do is kill workers. But he is having the like 1 big group. So that's not really good. He needs to separate his knights. I'll tell you what's nice he has. He has quite good economy, but
Yeah.
because of this TC, you know. It's going to go into Leenock's favor very, very soon if IAmAvely does not fix. Okay, so we got 3 engagement across the map. Okay, so IAmAvely has 4 workers here. Leenock is the one with 14 workers here. Cannot afford. That's a lot of knights. I don't think they care about 4 spearmen either.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. He needed to find some villagers, and he did manage to find them off to the side, completely unprotected. Scares them away, gets the kills, gets a lot of eco damage done. He loses 2 knights, though, that I think he wished he hadn't. Unfortunately, they got a little bit blocked in terms of pathing, which was all Leenock's doing, being able to do that there. But now his own units are a little bit vulnerable here. That tower can only support 5, so that one villager got left out to dry. The rest of them are trying to run back home as the horsemen start charging after them. 3 knights
No
cannot
archery
deal with the
range.
harassment of this at the moment.
That's very unfortunate. No archery range. Oh, stun on the knights.
Oh.
Getting 1.
Oh no.
Almost getting a second knight. Still not getting the archery range. Oh, this might be game ending right here. But luckily he does have a whole lot of knights. Luckily.
So both sides doing a bit of a raid there, but I feel like Leenock may have came out ahead, because if he was able to do that damage when he's got 2 TCs, well, he can kind of rebuild his villager economy better than his opponent.
Well,
It's
Leenock
what
with
IAmAvely
48
cannot afford.
workers. Yeah, 10 workers ahead already, Leenock.
It's going to be 3 extra villagers every minute this game goes on that our absolute player is going to secure, and thanks to the free siege engineering that the absolute player gets, he's built himself a nice little battering ram, and it is on the hunt. It's found itself a nice little tower up front. It wants to try and remove the capability of IAmAvely to have vision in the middle of the map, also to get rid of the protection over that deer camp. So there goes that food, as now he's raiding on the back end himself. He's got himself an army. They're doing a lot of damage at the moment. Leenock hasn't quite responded. There we go, he's responded while he's still attacking the front lines. The archery range, as you mentioned, both of them, because they're at the front of the base, are being heavily pressured, and they're just both going to go down. They're not going to be able to get away with this. The horsemen are trying to take on that one archer, but the knights are there to protect it a little bit longer. But there's only a couple knights, couple horsemen, but forces the final knights to come back and try and pincer Leenock here in the middle of the map. Will be enough though.
Not sure if it's even enough archers. Look at this. There's only one. 7 archers, 6, 5. 5 archers are left. Where are his back? Okay, his backup is here, but there's so many spearmen.
I almost feel like he just needs to get those archers into the town center at the moment, because they're not going to survive, and they're all dead. All the archers are dead. The villagers are going to get rid of the ram before the ram gets rid of one of the stables. He wants to try and keep that alive so he can still pump out units. They turn back around. They're going to go onto the gold mine because they need to get that gold to try and continue to pump out these units. But there is enough here to defend a little bit longer, but IAmAvely taking a huge hit to his economy, huge hit to his military, and he lost over 300.
Is it worth it? Oh my god. Is it worth it? He lost, like, how many knights did he lose? Possibly 10? 12? How many did he lose? Is it worth it?
I mean, he's still alive, so yeah.
But if he's alive and he can't do enough damage to Leenock, how?
I don't know. This is a very difficult situation that IAmAvely's in. His economy's not that strong, and he needs to continue producing units, which means he's going to be stuck on feudal age, so he can't even think about castle age. What he's trying to think about is trying to raid whatever he's got, and he's just seeing the massive amount of spearmen that his opponent is creating. That means he needs to try and build another 150 wood, get another archery range up and running, get some more archers, but it sounds easy, but it's so difficult because he needs to keep his unit production up. Does he need to even potentially get some of the spearmen of his own? Because these horsemen, they're just kind of running rampant over IAmAvely's base right now.
I think we need to learn from Leenock. 2 outposts. Look at this. 2 outposts. Not 1.
But the thing with Leenock is he had the extra wood there. You can't do it early on when you're going for that second TC, but later on, Yeah, sure, let's just throw down as many outposts as we can, because as long as we have enough garrison spot for all our units in the area, then you're sweet. If you got 15 units, throw down 3 outposts, whatever. Because it looks like he's got roughly 10 there, which should all be protected by those 2 outposts, which is exactly what you want.
Can Everly actually produce enough? Because until now he still only has 2 archery range, 1 dying stable, 1 rotten stable, and 1 cavalry school.
They just want a little bit of extra airflow through there. It feels nicer.
Right, the horses will feel cooler.
Which means they will fight better. It's a strategy, hidden strategy in Age of Empires.
5 barracks, 2 archery range, and 1 stable. 5 barracks for Leenock, that's a lot.
And those horsemen are counter like, they're French light at the moment. IAmAvely is French light, with those horsemen roaming around, just constantly trying to pick off units that are a little bit spread apart by IAmAvely. And, well, enough towers there, these horsemen are just gonna feel like, okay, cool, we see what you've done, we don't care. But, you know what's coming for the intercept? These little bad boys.
Ooh. Ooh, not a good place to be.
I love that. It's like the knights are running, then the horsemen are running, because the knights are now here. They're just going backwards and forwards. It's like, ooh, who's got the better unit composition there? And now the knights are going to be coming out towards the tower. I don't know if I like that they're going to try and engage underneath these towers. I don't think they've got enough damage to burn through these towers with the damage coming out from the towers and the horsemen.
Talk about Pokey boys.
That's for sure. Where are all our archers when we need them?
That's a good question. Where are Everly archers? Oh, that's not enough. That's not enough. That's only 14. I think we have all of us have the same problem of not producing units.
I think the other thing is, now that Leenock has hit Castle Age, he's going to get the upgrade for his spearmen. They're going to become veterans very shortly, and that will mean they have an additional, I think, 20 hit points, or about 20% additional hit points added to them. And that's going to make it even harder for these archers to kill. So even though he's got a certain amount of archers, he's not going to be able to kill them as fast as he'd like, even though there's a direct counter. And if there's a blacksmith getting them a +1 armor upgrade, well, the archers will
they just got upgraded.
Get through them. And here they are. They're such a strong position right now. IAmAvely is trying to age up. He's just spent it all. And at the same time, he's being attacked. I don't know if this is wise. This could be the death of IAmAvely right here, right now.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. That sealed the deal.
Yeah, I think it has. And those spearmen turn around. They get the knights. They're so strong at the moment. They will clean up all the knights. That is game. That is it. Leenock takes the map against IAmAvely.
High view.
Bruce. Okay.
Yes, and as the red player, we have Everly playing as a very, very long time ago. No, it's only 1 week ago. The rules. And his opponent is none other than Leenock, playing as the French.
Okay, we are here in High View. Okay, High View. And we're going to be seeing that good old micro that everyone, especially reverse grip, loves, is the French versus Rus, killing deer. Deer everywhere, killing wolves, doing all this extra micro at the start of the match. Reverse grip absolutely 100% thinks this is one of the funnest things in the game. I personally don't. I personally don't mind it. It gives a little bit of flavor to the start of these maps, and it really can be enough of a distraction that causes issues. Because, I mean, if these 3 wolves get this scout, that could be it. That could be the game right there.
I'll
And
be
IAmAvely.
speechless.
IAmAvely, don't do it.
I
Okay.
will be speechless.
No, don't turn around. I'm scared. Okay. I don't like this. I don't. Can we not watch this? This makes me nervous. As a Roost player.
Oh, oh, oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
No, don't turn around.
Oh.
Please. Forget the deer. You have 3 wolves. Just forget it. Get out of here. Oh, that's heart attack material. And now there's more wolves on him over here. See, this is what this is what I love about the Roost matchups, is it gets ridiculous like this stuff. And look at how many sheep he's got and all these wolves. He's got so much gold about to come his way. That's, what, 15 gold per wolf? Or was it 25 gold? I can't remember. I haven't played Roost forever. Oh my god.
Imagine if this guy come and slaps him once.
Oh man, that was heart attack inducing. As a Roost player, just seeing that stuff. As any kind of player, so close. IAmAvely just keeping his units alive. Not only that, he got a kill on Leenock's scout, giving him more control, vision around the map, bringing him all this gold. This bounty is about to go
230
through
already.
the roof. 25 gold for these wolves. He's brought home 3 already. He's got another 3 coming on in. That's 2 75s. That's his professional scouts paid off for instantly. That is unbelievable for IAmAvely.
310.
I mean, he's in a great position right now, Donato. Such a great position.
He's not Donato.
Oh, sorry. IAmAvely. Why did I say Donato?
How would I know? Donato is playing at the bottom right now.
I'm so flabbergasted at the moment.
Well, Everly has this game in front of him. Real nicely set up.
He does. I mean, he gets to the feudal age a little bit sooner, which is what we expect from most Roost players. He's now going to start producing more scouts. He's going to have that professional scouts come on in. And he's going to have so much bounty around the map for him to pick up. French players, 75% of the time, do go for professional scouts themselves, because it is they're one of probably the second or third civilization that does utilize professional scouts well. But he might not go for it anymore because he doesn't really have that scout presence on the map, so he might not look at getting those deers, which means IAmAvely could be even better position at securing his 3rd, maybe even 4th deer camp on this map. All that beautiful sheep underneath that TC. Oh, that's so much food. Before he even gets deer, he's already got close to 2,000 food sitting underneath that TC. As professional scouts come online, he gets more scouts getting those deer. We could easily see 5,000 to 7,000 food just sitting underneath that town center for IAmAvely, which for the Roost is delicious because they get increased harvesting rate of food, especially huntables, and also they're going to be extremely safe against the French aggression from Leenock, which, speaking of French aggression, 1 knight is here, but that 1 fortified outpost should be enough to scare away this knight. Will he go down? Yes, he will!
Wow.
Beautiful work from IAmAvely. What he did was threw everything into the fortified outpost. He even put units that were working on the deers into the town center.
He wants that 500.
Yeah, he does. Did that knight throw an extra hit against that ball just for fun?
Nah, I think it was delayed.
Pop up.
Oh, there is still extra gold.
So we're going to see a tier 3 Roost.
Well, is he going to start work on this bar? Definitely.
The new meta. Build early knights just to kill boars. But this is a beautiful position that IAmAvely's in. Leenock only has a single knight. Actually, it's got two. I think he's got a second one up north that might have taken a little bit of a peek at his base. Oh no,
No,
it's just
it's
a
a
scout.
scout.
And now with a fortified wall up, he's not going to be able to really get on in here. The fortified wall's been thrown down the southern end because the outpost is up the northern end. So if any attack tries to come up from the top, the outpost is there. Anything down south, the town center's there. So Leenock is going to have to think about a different way to deal with his opponent now that IAmAvely is in such a secure location for both his wood and food.
And both players are getting knights. Oh, push coming out from Leenock actually.
What is the HP difference between French knights and early knights from Rus? We
Where's
got
the
190
knights?
up against
Same.
okay, they're both.
Oh yeah,
190.
because he upgraded it. Plus, he already upgraded it
okay.
once.
So now with the monastery, or the Abbey of Trinity, I should say, coming online for our Rus player, it's going to be a fairly decently timed castle age. Usually the fastest castle ages you would see from Rus players is 7 minutes 30 that you drop it, 8 minutes 30 it's finished. It's at 13, he's thrown almost an entire food production over here. He's going to start throwing some archery ranges online, and he's going to be able to start controlling the map. Once these horse archers are online, well, Leenock is going to be confined to his own base. He does have a few spearmen, but spearmen will be kited all day, every day, and they're trying to come on in and stop this from happening. He knows if this all gets online, he could be in a lot of trouble, as now Castle Age is being created, has brought upon a new age for IAmAvely, and it doesn't look like he's coming back for those archery ranges yet.
Well, good thing that Leenock isn't far behind as well.
That's going to be able to sneak itself a kill. He's trying so hard. Remember, we've spoken about this all day today, that if you build your unit producing facilities at the front, it's going to be available to be harassed by your opponents. And this is exactly what we're seeing here. Because these archery ranges were built at the front and not at the back, that they're constantly being aggressed upon by these knights. If he'd built it, let's say, near his wood line, used his wood chopping villages to throw it down, they would have already been done. There would have already been 4, maybe 6 horse archers on the field, Delaro. But it's being fairly delayed right now.
Well, he's definitely going to try to stop the relic, which is a very, very good choice. Since picking up the relic slows down the unprofessional monks as well.
For those of you who don't know Delaro, he loves to call the scouts, professional scouts, and warrior monks unprofessional since they go so slow now. He's got a vendetta against them.
Hey, it's not a vendetta, man. It's the fact. Why would you care? The moment you have something on you, you slow down. That makes no sense.
I mean, tell me you don't slow down when you're carrying, I don't know, let's say, a table.
No, but it's not the size of a table.
I mean, they're made of solid gold, those relics. They gotta slow you down a bit.
Well, securing himself first relic.
There's a little bit of what's going on in the back of Leenock's base at the moment.
Just a few knights.
Still pulling Leenock's army in every which direction, trying to get a little bit of harassment. I think he wanted to try and open up the deer camp so he'd get some scouts in there to capture some of that food. But Leenock, already thinking ahead, decided that he was going to capture all those deer camps for himself with those mills. But he is slowly selecting all the relics up on the map at the moment, gobbling them for breakfast, as now the archers escorting that warrior monk backwards and forwards.
Whoa,
So
I'll tell you, Everly has all the gold going for him in this game. He not only got 500, which means the hunting cabins generate gold every 18 seconds. Okay, he not just has that, he has 3 relics.
I mean, I
And
won't be surprised if he gets a fourth one very shortly.
and he has 4 hunting cabins. How much is that? 34, 29, 50, 60, 60, 60, 90, 90, 100. That's another relic right there. 100. 100 gold plus another 300 gold, 400 gold a minute.
The problem with those hunting cabins, they cost a lot, I think.
Yeah, they cost
Hunting
quite a
cabins
bit.
are about 150 wood.
100.
100 wood. So you need, if you're getting 30 gold per minute from them, it will take 3 minutes for them to pay themselves back off before they really start to capitalize upon, as if you had an extra villager working on those resources. So they're going to slowly start coming into play now. And speaking of coming into play, well, a monk has stolen the relic, and IAmAvely is not happy about this. He's got the knight charging on forward to try and get that before he escapes to safety. You might even see a little bit, there we go, a little bit of an attempt. He's got to scare him off, and he has to try and make the run for it again. He's making the gauntlet charge. The rest of his Leenock's army is all died up front, as IAmAvely is now charging forward with all these early knights and horse archers in tow. The monk gets away to safety. He has successfully stolen the relic from IAmAvely's hands, and IAmAvely's not going to be too happy about that one, Delara.
Well, at least he also has Sacred Site, which means more money. I'll tell you, IAmAvely is not afraid of money, man. He has money. He's the he's the next Bill Gates, man.
I don't think he's got that much money. He doesn't have a Reginald's Cathedral. Now those guys, whew, they are like just basically print their own money while spreading their religion.
What kind? Both? Did you realize both of them are Christians?
Both of them, what, sorry?
Both sides are Christians.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like the HRE. I mean, they'd be spreading their religion like because they have the Reginald's Cathedral, like Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook spreads into every deepest, darkest part of the galaxy. They're probably even
Wow.
back. I don't
Deepest,
know.
darkest part of the galaxy. Wow, that's a little. Oh, if he walked here. If he walked here.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, well, those knights have found a little opening. Oh.
Yep. He'd be like, oh, there's an opening here.
But it's not going to matter too much because he's not really moving out around the map to secure resources. IAmAvely's real happy to be quite back in his base, and actually that's going to be a really great location for when IAmAvely starts running low on wood supply to go rotate over there. Not only he will secure himself a sacred site, he'll also be able to have 4 groupings of wood. And now another engagement's coming. Leenock can't afford to take this. There's way too many units of IAmAvely now pushing away Leenock.
Is he really going to give up?
I feel like IAmAvely's not too worried upon semantics of the a bit of additional gold at the moment. He's got 1,000 income as it is, so he might be looking at transitioning into some siege weaponry. If he's got that much gold, and he's also got a large wood income over his food, he might start building some catapults and some springolds, because that can catch your opponent off guard, especially if your opponent's got a ton of spearmen, which he's kind of forcing at the moment. Well, they're about to find themselves a single monk on the field, cleans that one up, and now Leenock knows that there's an army has encroached at the front of his base. This could be a very strong attack at the moment. You've got to see some good micro coming out from IAmAvely because he has to try and make sure not to lose too many units here as the spearmen are now coming on in. They are upgraded to the veteran status. They are ready to point their spears into some fleshy bodies of blood and see that blood spill all over the place, and they're scaring away IAmAvely at the moment. This castle, actually, it was coming up from Leenock. I thought it was going to be IAmAvely, so it's not a forward castle from IAmAvely. Leenock's trying to do a defensive castle to get the sacred site, as now an engagement happens underneath here. The warrior monks are getting some bonus armor and damage done to the rest of the army, but it seems to be not enough. So many spearmen here causing IAmAvely a little bit of trouble because he doesn't have any siege units yet. He's not really able to lock down this fight. He's trying to fight underneath the TC, so he gets a little bit of extra damage coming on in. This is a second TC, so it will be attacking the first things to see. It can't be microed against those spearmen, and those spearmen are just doing wonders against IAmAvely's forces. Leenock is somehow coming ahead at the moment.
Well, I think both buildings are targeting knights. That's the problem. Unfortunate, can't change it. And evacuation order has been sent. Leenock is 11 workers ahead.
This is not something I expected. I thought with all the golden wood that IAmAvely was going, he's going to have some siege to deal with all those spearmen, but it's not the case. He's got almost half his villages idle at the moment. Probably 2/3 are now idle as they all retreat to the safety of these towers. All of a sudden, Leenock is just ahead. IAmAvely just lost it all. I think that was a little bit of an overcommitment to a specific unit composition because he was building his own unit composition and not thinking about how he could further his. I mean, we now got a catapult on the field. It's a little bit late, but we have seen IAmAvely pull out miraculous single catapult victories. We saw it in his previous series. We might see it here. Now he's got a catapult on the field. Leenock has to be a little bit cautious about where he positions his spearmen. The knights, they're not going to care too much. They will take a few catapults to the face and still be unfazed. But it's the spearmen that are winning the game for Leenock right now.
Well, MVP spearman, right?
He can't lose this catapult. It's got to stay alive. He's healing it. He's got another catapult backing it up. Catapult's slowly doing some damage to the spearmen. The spearmen are now the ones harassing the villages. He loses the catapult. He didn't have enough villages there to micro in time. And then I've turned back around going for the other catapult, but he does have enough there this time to keep them alive. As now the spearmen are still tearing through the bodies of IAmAvely as he's losing so much right now. He's lost
30 worker difference, man.
He's lost his entire footing on the map. Everything's just dying. Leenock is taking a commanding position in this map.
21-11.
Delaro, I don't really know what IAmAvely can do from here. I think he just doesn't have enough units producing, and Leenock is just constantly putting the pressure on at the moment.
Oh, I don't know either what Everly can do, honestly. He did play quite a good game. That I have to give it to him.
It was just really that one engagement that occurred.
I believe he actually needed archers. Like something to destroy the spearmen. That's all he needs.
Horse archers, but
no, but horse archers. I don't think horse archers are the answer anymore.
And why would you say that? What says
okay,
that
he has
horse
royal
archers
knights. If you stop and shoot the spearmen, the royal knights will catch up with you. Actually, I just thought of it. Why don't just get spearmen? He doesn't need men at arms. He just needs spearmen because he wants to save the gold for his own knights. So why not get spearmen? It's a very, very nice.
I probably agree with the spearmen because I feel like there were so many knights in that fight that knights versus knights, sure, whatever, but knights versus knights and spearmen kind of do so much damage. And I feel like if he did have a couple of spearmen scattered throughout, they're fairly cheap as well in terms of the grand scale of things. The biggest problem would have been that IAmAvely wouldn't have had upgraded spearmen, so they probably wouldn't have been as strong as you'd like in the engagements, but they would have been doing bonus damage against these knights, and well, we can see how strong these knights are right now. And he's made it to the loser final, so I'm at least half correct.
Oh lol, okay, sure. If that's how you want to put it, sure.
I think this is just a slow burn at the moment for IAmAvely. We should be seeing him tap out soon. There's not too much he can do right now. And there we go, he does tap one out as Leenock takes it 2-0 in the upper bracket winners final, making his way into the grand finals of the DCCS number 11.
Oh my gosh.